This Chazara of Gemara and Eruvin Daf Tezvav, and again, all the learning for Chodesh Elul is sponsored L'Schos Refuah Shleima for Shana Teva Bas Esther, as well as Chos L'Ilun Shmas for Esther Rezel Bas Rameir. We pick it up from the bottom of Yudalim Abayz. A wonderful Chazara says the Gemara. Rabbi Yossi Omer Rachav Gimel Tvachim, about 12 lines from the bottom of the Amud. Rabbi Yossi learned in the Mishnah that how wide does the lechi have to be? A lechi has to be 3 Tvachim. Tanakama said any amount. So what is the halacha? Says Gemara Amar Rabbi Yossi Omer Rabbi Yudah Omer Shmuel. Ein halacha Rabbi Yossi. We do not pass like Rabbi Yossi. Loi behelbi, not with regard to helmi. The din about brine. Then we learned in the Gemara and Shabbos, Rabbi Yossi forbade even to make small quantities. But loi belechayai nor in the din of a lechi, that a lechi has to be any amount, not 3 Tvachim. Amalei Ravuna Bar Chanina behelmi Amar Lan. You taught us this din only by helmi. But you never taught us this din. What's the reason why behelmi we don't pass like Rabbi Yossi? Because Rabbanan argue. So says now we believe Rabbanan. So Rabbanan also argue by a lechi. Rabbi Kava say no, lechi is different. Maybe we yes pass like Rabbi Yossi. So you know that Rabbi holds like Rabbi Yossi that requiring to be tvachim. Rabbi Chumi mas the achi is a little differently. Amar Rabbeinu Brei Shmuel Bar Shilas Mishmei the Rab. Ina lach Rabbi Yossi Amar Le Amrit. Do you really say that? Amar Le Lo. Amar Rabbi Lakim Amar. Yes, he did say that. Why was he chayzer? Because of Rabbi Yossi Nemuki Yimai, he always has his reasoning with him. Yes, no, maybe so. What's halach lemaisa? Does the lach have to be 3 tvachim or not? Go check what people do. Lemaisa, people make it a lechi, people make it a little bit, doesn't have to be 3 tvachim. It's slightly different. That someone takes a drink for his thirst. What do you say? Rav Tarfon argues. Rav Tarfon says, so what do we do? Do we make a shackle before we drink the water? Or do we make a brain of ashes? Go check what people do. And of course, what do people do? They make a shackle when they are thirsty before they drink the water. Says Gemara, Itmar. Lechi, even meal, you have a lechi that's your own. You have a lechi that's standing in a mavli. Not to be a lechi, just because there's a pole over there. And then what happens? Your previous lechi that was there falls down. Could this lechi that would just happen to be this piece of wood, can it serve as a lechi and allow you to carry that mavli? No way. If on Erev Shabbos you didn't plan on using this lechi, and Erev Shabbos was a different lechi, then on the Shabbos itself that other lechi fell down, now you want to use this new lechi, everyone agrees, says Gemara, it's no good. Keep leaking, what's not when on Erev Shabbos you wanted to use this other lechi. Because that was your das. You didn't create it for that person, it's not a lechi. Says the Gemara, we thought that the same achlek is Abai and Rabba with regard to lachi. The Rabba says no good. Abai says yes. It's be the same thing that if a mechitza was created on its own, is it a good mechitza or it's not? Meaning you had a partition, and then afterwards you want to use it for the mavi tashmaut. Let's bring a bunch of proofs. You make a sukkah amongst the trees. Ilanis to find a slate in the trees are its walls. Ksheira kosher. Seemingly you don't have to make the wall specifically for the sukkah. No, you planted the tree for that reason. Maybe you make the xer, you go up on the tree. We don't make the xer. You have a tree or a wall or a mat of reeds needed. It works as a corner piece. Tell you to carry inside the well. Seemingly even though it wasn't made for that reason. Answers the Gemara. No, you may have that reason. Even though it's less than 3 tvachim, we say love to create a wall. We'll see in a few daf. You have a tree that's hanging over onto the ground. I mean, if the branches are not higher than the ground, you're allowed to carry underneath it. So seemingly even though it wasn't created for that purpose. No, it was planted specifically for that purpose. You're allowed to carry the whole thing. Show me Talton by the base Simon let a carry base of Sayim. Misham Navidir Shadam Shalavir answers the Gemara no for a different reason. Because it's a dira, it's a gamin that was not created to live in there. It was created for other purpose. Now the person, the watchman, needs somewhere to go, so he goes inside the tree. Chodeir Shadam Shalavir. Even Talton by the base of Sayim. Tashma the Gemara tries another proof. Shavas Besal. Shavas Betal Shukavayasar. You have a male that's 10 Facham Tov Arba Amos and 4 Amos wide base Sayim until base of Sayim. Chaim Benakor a cleft that's cut into Amagasar 10 Facham Dibu Arba Amos 4 Amos wide base of Sayim. Or if it come a Ksura Vishi brothers my keyboards, you have these standing grains and these different bundles. Carrying the whole thing, but line outside of it. So what do we see? We see even though it wasn't created for that purpose. It was created for that purpose. Understand the standing green you put it for that purpose. This mound, this cleft, Michael and Mamer, you of course didn't create it for that purpose. It happens to be there. So Zimar says you're right. New B'Shayin entirely. Eruvin Mechitzas Kuli Am Lo B'Ligi Dav Mechitza. Really, no Machlokes Abaye and Rav was only by a lechi. There was no Machlokes by repetition at all. Keep B'Ligi B'Lechi. By the time you Dav Melechim Shom Mechitza B'Chitza Zumei Elav Mechitza. It's like a Mechitza, so it works. If you Dav Melechim Shom Hacker, you have to be a Dayim of the hacker. If you do it with your hands purposely, it's going to be a hacker. But you have a hacker, you can't have a hacker. You can't have a reminder if it wasn't created for that purpose. Tashmav Negad, you're just going to gather. You have the stones going out of the wall. Well, those Zubazu it's jaggedy and they're separated. If it's less than 3 tefachim, you don't need another lechi because we say love it. If not, then you yes do, even though it wasn't created for that purpose. Maybe you only put that there to extend the binyan if it should not work. It still works. Because of the wall juts in, whether it's visible from the inside or the outside. We see as din v'lech, even though it was not created for that purpose. He says, no. Neither Misham Lachi. That itself is the Chiddush. Tashma another proof there. Ravuna told his servant Zilai sleep because of bring me a pitcher of water. Adasi nafal lechaya the lechi fell. Ach levi adis Ravuna motion to his servant come a duck. They stop here going on there. Ravuna lo several amar. Listen, why tell the servant to stop? It's a deckle tree that's over there. Amar, Dami, I'm running. Come on, celebration. You don't know what you're talking about. The asphalt. Did you say we have das that we're going to use this day tree? No way. Time though. If we had das yesterday, then it would yes be a lechi, but we didn't, so it's not a lechi. Says the Gemara, but the Leisa Clean Leis. Let's change the whole thing. Maybe they only argue with they did not have das in Erev Shabbos. But if you have das in Erev Shabbos, everyone will agree. Hey, yes, it's a lechi. It looks like a day. The Gemara says, no, you can't say that, dude. The barka, there was a certain porch. They always argued, even though they knew about it before Shabbos. We see they argued about it, even though they knew about it before Shabbos. It seems like we don't have a proof to either Abaye or Rava, and Rashi over here points out it's one of the Al-Kagan that we pass in like Abaye. Says the Mishnah everything we make a lech, even something that is living, like an animal. Says Rameir says you cannot make a lechi from an animal as well as it closes up a grave and it gives off Tamas. For Rameir Metayer, Rameir says it does not because like they nashim allowed to write on the animal a gat or anything that is living Rameir says you're not allowed to make anything with this living entity. You can't make a wall or a diphon or a lechi. You're not allowed to even write a get on it. My time there is why can't you write a get on an animal? The Danya. Safer. In the Ella Safer is a book. Man, I was called every credit again. Anything damn lever cost of law. Me call Malcolm that comes to include everything. Him came out of lever Safer. Lemer Lacha. Massive Davish Buruachayim is in by Ruachayim. Safer son is not living. You know, Ichlan doesn't eat. I'll call Davish Buruachayim. You know, Ichlan never comes to exclusive of Yasi an animal. Rabana, what are they all? Mix of be Safer. Safer, Xavier, spheres done by just means he tells over the words. Azra Rabana, Almo, Das. Rabban and I have a kasla. What do the Rabban do with the kasla? My darshi bay, mi bay lev, ksivam gareshes. Venim is gareshes. The kesef you need to write a get. You not have divorce with money. What's the have? I mean, it's like the chamino. You have divorce is like getting married. Now I have a kesef. You have a kesef. Kamashlan not only with a get. What does it do to Sfar to teach us that you get divorced with a get and not with money? Now let me see fair. Crease the safer karsa. You sever with a get and nothing else. Rabban and I say crease my relay. What do they do with the fact that Torah calls it a document of severance? The davar akoyers bein has to actually sever. If you make a stipulation forever, you can't go to your father's house. Ain't agrees. This is not called severing. If it's only for 30 days, and a raise increase. If you say lili nafkale, mikares, crease around and cross, crease the lodar sheyot. That's not an extra drasha. Says the Mishnah. Says you have a caravan and it camps in the valley. When they unload all the packages of the animal, and they make a wall around them that carry inside. You get the goodbye start that the package has to be 10 tefachim tall. And the holes between this wall cannot be larger than the part that's closed off. Is there any opening that's like 10 amos? Mutar says din of an opening it is awesome. Says Gemara Itmar Parutz ke'oimid. What is the din if the openings are the exact same size as the closings? Rababa Oimer Motor Vuna Brediv Shomer Asr. Rababa Motor Wayacheg Mirachman Moshe. Halachim Mishmisinu as Lote versus Ruba do not have most of it open. But if you have equal, it's going to be Motor Vuna Brediv Shomer Asr. Acheg Mirachman Moshe knows Halachim Mishmisinu was God to Ruba. Make the majority closed. There are 50-50 is going to be possible. So Smart tries to bring a riot and I'm leaving person's there's opinion. Should it be more openings? It sounds like if it's going to be equal motor. Says Mar no, lo teima kibinyan motor leima im kibinyan yes or lo beer if it's more then it's motor. Aval kibinyan what's going to come out? My author yachlesi lo yipirtus kibinyan. They should have said the bigger chiddush. They should have said it shouldn't be equal, and that's also the Gemara says kasha. I'll pick up from here tomorrow.